Hey man, where's the brimstone? Where is Brimstone?
I don't know where the brimstone is.
You know where the Brimstone is?
Hey man, where's the brimstone?
I can't find
the brimstone.
Brimstone? Where?
Where's the brimstone?
What's up, Fire family? It's Kiahonfire, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Today I'm doing a guide on the Savage Wilds, a resource guide. Where is the Brimstone, you might ask? I've had that question a lot. So I'm going to show you where the Brimstone is, and I'm also going to show you where a bunch of other things are on this map, so we can find some resources that it doesn't have a resource map for quite yet. So I can just show you a few examples of where to go to get those important resources that you need. So I heard you're looking for Brimstone, huh? Alright, you want to know where some Brimstone is? I'll show you where some Brimstone is. There's a couple locations that I know of that are particularly good for this, and one of them is the volcano. You actually need to climb up all the way at the top, and then you need to go in. So once you're all the way at the top, you can, you go in and then you walk through the gates. That will lead you into the area with the Brimstone. So once you're in here, you're going to see this really beautiful biome that you can actually build in. Pretty amazing, isn't it? And a caravan lady, which makes this one of the better spots to get the Brimstone, since you'll be able to fast travel here using that lady. But pretty much in the middle of the lake is all these spires. There's even little nuggets here and there with Brimstone in it. This is one of the safest locations to farm the Brimstone, because you're only going to get some salamanders and, well, some black skeletons, but they don't hit awfully hard. The volcano is right here on the map, so the more this kind of area, you see the top of the water, you go down, and then you go into the volcano. Another really good location I know about is this one. As you can see, you can already see the Brimstone pyres here. And the only problem with this is you do need a gas mask. It's kind of like the Shattered Springs on the other map. And to be able to farm this, of course, you've got some wasps in the way from Sipta, and then you've got all of these spires. So it's a good location for the Brimstone. It's just you have to remember it might be pretty tricky here. And this location is right here on the map. You can see it by the kind of free little splatters here. If you want to know where Star Metal is, there's a few places I found rather reliable for this stuff. However, I'm going to give you a pre-warning. There seems to be that same bug that they get on the Exiled Lands here, where some of the meteorites are not crackable. This location is right here on the map, kind of close to Ymir's Breath in this big snowfield right here. Also, another really reliable spot is over in this location here. And there's these meteorites in this area you can find splattered around. You can probably see with the pillars of smoke where some of these have actually landed. And this location is right here on the map, which is a pretty good location as well to come to. Now I'm going to show you where to find some silver nodes. So let's have a look at one of my first silver locations. Right next to the meadow over there is where we're going. So we go into this cave, and you might need a torch for here, you might not, because it can get pretty dim, but there's some silver nodes there. Silver, silver, silver. Lots of silver and even metal in this cave as well. So if we take a peek at the map, you can see right where I am right now is some nice silver nodes. It's just below Windhelm, actually. Another location that's quite popular for silver is in this massive cave passage over here. You're going to need a torch for this one, and you might need some tools to get rid of the Sumerians in here as well. But all throughout, hidden in this cave, you'll see these little Brimstone nuggets in here, but you're also going to see silver nodes. So it's going to be scattered all the way through the cave. And let me tell you now, this cave is huge, so you're going to have plenty of ore to farm out here. If we ever take a peek at our map, we can see I'm right here on the map. Easiest way to navigate it is you have a land bridge here and it goes through there, and the cave hole's about there. My next location is going to show you a good area for general metal harvesting, coal and obsidian. So it's a really good place for a mixture of ores. Very, very solid. You can also get some recipes over here as well. You can see some metal, and if we go up further up the cliff, you can see all of these nodes of obsidian, which means you can also get gold out of that obsidian. Remember that. The only thing you do have to be careful of on this route is at the very top is a scorpion boss. So as long as you avoid her, if you want to stay safe, or if you do want a key or anything like that, then you can visit this mine and you can mine out a bunch of cool stuff. This is located here on the map at the Obsidian Mines, so this whole big area has a bunch of cool stuff in it. Another similar, really good farming spot is this location here. It's really hard to miss on the map because of its structure. and just how it looks. But basically, there's so much obsidian, metal, and coal here. Guys, definitely worth a look at. If you want to know where we are on the crater and this part of the map. You can visit it, farm it out. It'll be a good time, you know, all of that good stuff. My next resource location is Crystal. Now, it does have a few guards here, but this is actually a really cool and unique location because it has some hidden recipes here too. So you have to fight past some relic hunter treasure seekers in here, and they might be worth taming actually if you want as well. And then you come into this cave that is full of crystal. It does have some of the unnamed city bosses in it as well. If you go further that way, there's one of the NPCs that you defeat that spawns there that can give you some nice stuff and all sorts like that. But predominantly we're coming here for crystal. There's tons of it all over the wall and floors. And if you didn't know, there's a little secret here on the pickaxe rack. They give you a spare pick to actually farm some of this out with. And I've actually got a black blood pick from that exact rack as well. If you want to come here, you can see right here the crystal cave is the location you want to be at. Now in the last few patches, Ichor has become a very important resource. One of the best droppers for this is actually spiders. And this is a great place for lots of spiders. So if you need silk, Ichor, chitin, anything like that, you know, you got all of these that you can use a sickle on. Or you can kill spiders and use a sickle on them as well, and they will give you loads of Gossamer. Or you can use a pick and get loads of Ichor out. So it's a great area if you want to farm out these creepy crawlies. This location is over here on the map. It is at the Maya. And here is another location of some creepy crawlies. In my actual life, I totally skipped out on this. I got a tidbit from someone that showed me kindly where this was actually located at. This is another place you can get some creepy crawly spiders. They're all waiting in here for you. There's also, if you didn't know, a little bit of brimstone in here as well, which is kind of nice. Or these little yellow rocks. If you want to find this location on the map, you see these two caves here, Widow's Passage. There are two entrances that you can get into. I entered through the left passage, but the right one is right by the head of a building that has fallen over. Now this map also works off of currency, so perhaps you're looking for something like gold. Well, I can show you a good place I found for gold, and it's going to require some swimming and diving. You might need some water potions, but if you're clever about it, you can dive these dives without needing them breathing potions. You can get a lot of gold throughout the towns anyway, but I just thought I'd show this one and include it just in case you specifically wanted to farm that material. So we have an underwater city here. So if we dive all throughout this area, there is tons and tons of houses with holes in them. And tons of ruins. If you just take a little swim around here, you'll find some nice glowing goop as well down here, but you can also find chests full of loot. If you want as well, like I'm going to show you down here, if you go in these holes, every hole pretty much has a chest in it with some loot in it. That might include some scales, gold and silver. But do make sure you check out all the holes throughout this area. All the holes will have chests in it. It's one of the easiest ways to locate the chests. If you want to know where this is, it's roughly about here, so you can get beneath the waves. There's some nice gold and silver there. And slightly up the map as well, there's some more treasure. If I'm to plop into this bit of water over here, I'm going to go down. There's a massive ship. Now this might be a little bit more tricky for a dive. You definitely might need some breathing potions on this one since it's quite low down. But you got some chests throughout this one as well that can give you some nice bits of loot. As you can see, 13 gold coins in there. That's a really good amount to get started on. 12, 11. I mean, look at all of that stuff. That is a lot of gold. And that's not the only place with cool hidden treasure. There's also another place that looks kind of like this by the volcano. And there's chests here as well that you can come and locate and find. It's going to give you some nice loot. So we just go down here. Open this chest up. We got some scales. So remember, these underwater locations on this map are definitely going to give you things like scales and good bits like that. And there's also some blueprints you can learn down here as well. Bow epic. So we can see we've got scales. And we've got more scales down here. So this is definitely a spot more for getting scales if you definitely do want it. But there is plenty of treasure hidden around here as well. So definitely give this one a look at as well. You can find this location here on the map. It even has its own marker, the Sunken Arena. I'll even give you some quick Lotus locations as well. So we have some red Lotus in this camp. If you're looking for this camp right here, if you want to find some red lotus. If you're looking for purple lotus, you want to come to this kind of area in the swamp / jungle. I think it's more of a swamp. So the mother tree, good area for that. And if you just go over the corner as well, over by this crocodile area, there's a different type of lotus, which is the black lotus, and that is all in this area. And that is just down from the mother tree, this area where you can find the black lotus. If you're looking for frost lotus, this can be pretty much found out throughout this biome everywhere. I'm going to be honest, you can find it in a lot of places. It's pretty spread out like the other stuff will be. This area in particular is right here if you want to find a few sprigs of it, but it's just found like sprawled out all over the place. Next location we're looking at is a location for black ice. Now, it's a little bit more scattered than it is on the other map. I haven't found so far some really compound areas, however I found some really good areas with it. So here is one of them. There's some black ice around here. You'll notice which ones it is, because this is like normal ice, and you'll notice the black ice is a hell of a lot darker in comparison. There's a few good nodes around here that you can check out with this dude just guarding it. He's the only guy here from what I've seen so far, and there's a few nodes that you can grab here. So do give this a visit at the baths right here. Another location I found, if you don't want to go too far in and perhaps you want some dragon bone as well, there's some mini dragons and big dragons around the area, but you can skip them and come straight up in this little area, and you can see there's some nice shards of black ice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you got there, 6 over there, 7 over there, and up in this little corner is just some nice nodes here as well. If you don't want to go too far in, that is right here on the map by the little deer symbol I have. Now the best spot I found hands down so far for the black ice in general is right in this location. It's kind of like a battlegrounds area. Tons of black ice as you can see around here. This is going to be the best spot that you can grab it so far. I definitely 100% recommend. It's also a good spot for other things. So you can see there's some brimstone here as well, metal, coal, obsidian even. This is a really solid place for a bunch of different farms right here. So definitely have a look around, grab some good stuff. Just beware of other things as well. As you see, there's even star metal here. This is a really good all-around spot to grab some really good resources. And this is right here on the frozen battleground. A great place for all sorts of resources, but definitely black ice. But so far that is my resource list. I hope this video helps you out on finding some resources on the Savage Worlds map. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!